Oh, did you hear that? We got beers in the fridge and the crack's back.
The crack is back and it ain't going nowhere.
Apparently there's a few whingers, Jace. They were saying, where's the crack gone? It's because Dad wasn't here. We didn't have a fridge and we forgot to bring him, all right?
And our asses weren't wiped. And now they are. And we've got our little fridge and we got our cold piss.
That's right. Cold piss.
Anyway, welcome back to the Reggies. Two blokes who could have been anything but chose to have fun instead.
We've reached out. There's a missing person.
Yeah, we just want to quickly, this is actually serious notes. So yeah.
Serious notes. There's actually a big Harley that just started out the back.
Every time, the last few episodes, cunt.
This bloke must have a huge sword.
Yeah.
Anyway.
About 5 o'clock Tuesday afternoons, old big sword drives past.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, missing person. So if you hear like a really loud, obnoxious clap from blocks away, please go and check in on the bloke.
Yep.
It's the second normal episode in a row that he hasn't put his 2 cents in.
I know.
And I'm starting to get worried.
We are genuinely worried. So if you're around the Brisbane area right now and you see this big, long, obnoxious streak of piss, let us know because we're at this rate, we're going to start putting them on milk cartons. Yeah. We're getting nervous.
Yeah. So he should be back though. He'll obviously be in the punch show. He comes out of the woodwork for that. Yep. But obviously it's been a few days since.
Yeah, Tuesday nights he's gone missing, so we're starting to get a little bit worried.
Yeah. So on that note, us two blokes will fucking steam into this, and we got plenty to talk about. Obviously, recapping the AFL, Queensland get AFL. I think we all know that now. We got the NRL Grand Final to preview, mate. It couldn't have been two of the better teams for the year.
Both deserved.
Although the finals may not have been that exciting with NRL, it shapes for a fucking thriller of a grand final. Controversy in the cricket, the Poms are grubs, as we all know.
Cheating as always.
Fucking cheating. Plenty of other stuff too. There's a lot of stuff to carry on with, mate. So I'm actually off to Danny Ute Muster this weekend, mate.
Excited?
Yeah, I am actually. It's going to be pretty wild. Some of the footage I've seen from there, it's like the last hurrah I'm hearing of like the old school BNS style wild sort of parties.
Oh, true.
Yeah, music, utes, fucking rascals everywhere.
So you're going to proper rip and tear ahead.
Oh yeah,
you have to.
Yeah, oh yeah. I think it's illegal to go there and not rip and tear.
Pretty much. As you're walking in, they don't ask for ID and nothing. They just go, are you going to rip and tear?
Well, I think they have a breatho on the gate, and if you fail it, you can't get in.
If the bag doesn't have a big hole in the back of it, you're not allowed in.
If it blows your O's, they just spin you around.
Yeah, it is not today, mate. You haven't had enough
I'm just joking too. Don't sue me, Denny. That was a joke, just for the record. But yeah, very excited for that. But I realised that I'm absolutely pushing it Sunday and I'm shitting myself.
What's this for, mate?
So I'm flying down with Qantas. There's going to be no dramas. I'll get there sweet, although it doesn't matter on the way down.
That's true.
I'm flying home on Sunday.
Ooh.
Now, the Rugby League Grand Final, which my team, Penrith, is playing in, starts at 6:30. I'm flying home with Virgin!
Oh, no.
And I'm planned to get home at 6 p.m.
Oh, mate.
So, mate, they need to be on their A game. Like, if there's anything I can do to just make them be on time, man. Otherwise, I've already got a vendetta for them. Like, right. I'm off them. But this will cement it for the rest of my life. And like, I'll promise to not shit on Virgin for like 2 months if they get me home at 6.
If they nail it and you're home by 6.
That's all I ask for.
Are you going to forgive them for previous times or just...
Yeah, fucking oath. Just get me home. You can serve me nothing. Don't even give me water.
But if it goes the other way around, you'll never fly with them again?
I'm on a warpath, a verbal warpath against them.
That's fair enough. That is absolutely fair enough.
When I'm checking in, I might say, mate, just so you know, like, I've got a fucking game to watch at 6:30.
Just have your jersey on and then just look.
Come on!
Say, can I go into the cockpit quickly and just look at the pilot and give him a nod and he'll say, I'll get you there, mate.
Brother, I need you to be on your A game. Like when you get a taxi and you go, mate, fucking step on it.
Yeah, I'll give you $10 extra if you get me there quick. Quack. Surely the plane can just speed up if you need to.
Oh, this one will.
Like, I've always thought that if a car can just speed up a little bit, you know,
surely a plane can.
10 or 20k, why can't a plane just step on the gas a bit more and get you there in fucking half hour?
See, I don't know how the old crop dusters work because, like, obviously jets are good, but I don't know if we'll be on the old crop duster propeller.
Yeah, right. I also know nothing about planes, so
no, I'm also physics. Not an engineer of aircraft.
That's right, but as my dumb opinion is just step on the cunt, get you there faster.
So anyway, stay tuned for that, boys. Pressure is on.
Pressure's
on.
on.
Absolutely livid.
Sunday Sunday afternoon/night is risky if you have flown to Gladstone or to Brizzy pretty frequently. You know that it's notorious.
See, normally as well, I'd be off the fact that you'd think Sunday Ave, like I'm probably the only one out here going, thank fuck it's on at 6:30. Because when I didn't know it was on at 6:30, and then I saw my flight and I went, oh my God, I'm going to miss.
What have I done?
I'm fucking not going to be able to watch my own team.
Yeah.
But
well, it used to be the Arvo start and they moved it.
Wonder why they do Sundays. Why can't they do Saturdays like the AFL do?
It makes sense in like Queensland, and I don't even know if
we got a public holiday.
We get the public holiday, yeah. AFL gets the Friday off, and then they have the granny on Saturday. So personally, I would much prefer the NRL Grand Final on a Saturday.
Saturday, come on, boys!
Fucking rip and tear.
Yeah,
doesn't mean that you don't rip and tear on the Sunday, but like there's a different vibe about it's a Saturday, the start of the weekend, and if you got a team in the grand final, like just makes a bit more sense.
And mate, the other thing is, I don't have public holidays in my job.
No, that's right.
I just turn up.
You turn up every fucking day.
I turn up for the people and yarn.
Mondays are your busiest day.
They are fucking, that's me big day.
You
Rock
don't get
up and yarn.
It's fucked that in your line of work, you don't get public holidays,
Oh, mate, it's a joke.
I feel sorry for you.
It's a joke. I've got it hard.
You've got a real tough job.
Can't be going, shut the fuck up.
Shut up, cunt, as they're driving to work.
But yeah, anyway, looking forward to it, man. Really looking forward to it. Couple of pretty convincing wins, like we said, should happen.
Everything has kind of gone the way it should of this final series.
Yeah.
In terms of results and how teams have performed, it's all kind of made sense.
Yeah.
Hasn't been too many upsets.
Mate, there's a bit of... What's your thoughts on the grand final too? Storm, fucking Penrith.
Oh, mate, I'm agreeing with the bookies here because they've both gone $1.90.
Yeah, me too.
Bet especially has gone $1.90, and I can't really pick the two because there's just so many scenarios that this can go.
Yeah.
And it's
I agree,
so
man.
hard to pick.
I honestly agree. I can't really... And I'm like, I go for Penrith, but both have got superstars in it. Both have got consistency. Both have been the best teams of the year. Like we said, the final series hasn't really lived up to that much excitement, but it makes for the best grand final we could ask for.
100%. And I think it's going to be two teams that really just grind and just wear other teams down. So it is going to be 80 minutes of just back and forth rugby league. Kind of like Origin Game 3, that first half, where if you're a true rugby league fan, you just went, that was fucking textbook, just back and forth battle.
And I just hope Klein allows that to happen.
Exactly.
Because it's been announced that Klein will be ref, and I think Atkins is in the bunker. So come on, boys.
This is your chance to kind of
come on, boys.
Yourself,
just let two great teams play a great game of rugby league.
That's right. And we're not asking you to completely put the whistle away, because if there's a penalty that's worth it, yes, blow it. But you just little 50-50 calls, just let them slide.
Let them slide, bro.
Yeah. Let the game just flow and have a really interesting game, because, as a neutral fan, it hasn't been the most entertaining series. I haven't watched a whole lot of it for that reason. Now I look at this game and I go, righto, these two, I can't pick who's going to win. This is going to be some serious fucking rugby league, and I think it's just going to be whoever lapses.
And you'd think it'd be a game where it's like an arm wrestle, hey, and the first team to make an error gets
arm wrestle, and then you slip a little bit.
Well, that's what you hope for anyway. You hope the team who forces an error gets the thing, not a penalty or something. But
I think there's neither team's going to blow each other out. But if I had to, this is kind of already put my tip in, but I just think you can't go 4 in a row, can you?
Well,
4.
Can we?
Does that fucking happen in sport in general?
This is why I think there's a bit, and this has probably happened in the last couple of years with people leaving, but you've got a couple of players in that team. Love him or hate him, Jerome Luai's had a really good year.
100%. He's stepped up when they needed to.
He has stood up when he's needed to and got the job done. And one of my favourite players in the game, Fisher Harris, plays his last game for Penrith. All I think is with Nas gone and out, which we'll get to, he's a massive person and a massive thing in the middle to draw players in.
Literally massive.
And that fucking firepower in the middle, I think Fisher Harris being his last game, the effort that cunt's going to give and leadership he's going to give, as well as Luai leaving, I just think that might get the... Yeah,
history kind of favours that for Penrith too, because Crichton in his last game, he was so fucking good, one of their best last year in that grand final.
Yeah,
Burton kick out in 2021, step up. Whenever Penrith have that like big talent leaving,
well,
they want to step up.
They might go, this might be my last grand final.
Exactly. And how lucky are they that their last game gets to be in a grand final?
Especially Luai.
Yes,
going
exactly.
to the Tigs.
I think their 5'8", who has been like so instrumental in their success this year without Cleary, has really stepped up. And yeah, Fish, the captain, he's been the big dog. He's been one of the premier front rowers for many years.
I thought Isaiah Yeo and Cleary were.
Oh, might be.
I think they are.
Oh, I'm just spacing it off when he got up and said we're Penrith studies.
But mate, he's the real fucking captain amongst the team though. No, he's the alpha, that cunt.
They would put him in front in that forward pack and he just says, boys, follow me and do as I do.
Mate, I absolutely love him, mate. Like, definitely a bloke you want standing next to you going into battle.
That's right. The confidence.
Name another cunt that you're like, oh, I might have him right here.
You know when the going gets tough, Fish doesn't disappear.
No, fucking
like you want him in that battle, and yeah, the other forwards will have just built off that over the years because they're like, if he's with me and I've got him by my side, I can fucking take on any team.
Yeah.
So it's a big loss for you.
I'm looking forward to it, man. Though to watch him go, and a big talking point with that, like we said, Nas went and fought I will challenge the grade, and failed at the judiciary. I think he got 5 games, didn't he?
4 or 5, I'm pretty
4
sure.
4 or 5, something like that. And there's been a few players actually who have missed the GF due to suspension over the years in the NRL era. So I think there was Peter Ryan in 98, Luke Ricketson 2004, Smithy in 2008, and Isaac Luke in 2014.
Right. 2014.
With that bit of a spear tackle or dangerous throw. Nas is added to that list. This is a very controversial one, I think, because, look, I personally would rather watch Nas play and 2 full-strength teams go at it. And I hear what everyone's saying going, fucking that shouldn't like get you out of the grand final. Like there was nothing in it. And like Nas being a huge bloke, he just come in, Collins' head made contact with the shoulder.
It wasn't like dangerous intent, I don't think,
But this is my thing. I agree, I'd rather watch him play, but how the fuck do the NRL go, okay, suspensions don't count in grand finals.
You can't.
Imagine the prelim final, and then a bit of shit starts at the end of the game, and old mate knows he can just go and just drive someone, a big cheap shot from the side, and he doesn't get suspended because there's a grand final.
It would never work.
It can't. And that's the problem. I fucking know where everyone's coming from, but how the fuck do you fairly let people go and they go, oh, I didn't mean that or he meant that?
Yeah. At the end of the day, the NRL is trying to really crack down on this rule and make it a black and white rule because all year round, including myself, you call for consistency with the contact to the head. So if you want the consistency, you want everyone to get the same punishment for the similar tackle. You can't just get to the final series and go, that shouldn't count because we want him there. Because if that happens in round 13, you say he deserves a month off for that. And just because you want an exciting grand final doesn't mean the NRL... Because if they backflip on their whole consistency...
Yeah, that's right.
People are going to cry about that too. So you can't please everyone.
I just want to say too, though, that I didn't think that deserved fucking 4 or 5 weeks at all.
No, it probably... If I looked at how it's gone this year, I'd say 2 weeks is fair. Because to get the same punishment that Suaalii got for murdering Reece Walsh...
that is... sorry, that is an absolute joke.
That's a fucking joke.
Nelson's fucking 200 foot tall. So he's just leaning in, and it happens that his shoulder's lined up with the head. He still hit him in the head, still deserves to be punished, but no fucking way is that the same.
Yeah, you can't compare him and probably one of the craziest high shots that we'll talk about for years and say, yep, they deserve the same punishment.
See, and even Fisher Harris, I saw a comment saying free the bro. Like, as in everyone wants Nas to play, but you just got to think from the NRL for a second and go... They can't possibly let him play, and then they've just opened up a can of worms.
Yeah, that's right. If they bypass this one, and then they go, okay, well, next year someone fucking drops a dirty elbow because, like I said, man,
that people, when rules get changed, people exploit them. Clubs exploit them.
Exactly
so
right.
Players will know if they're in a final and the GF's next week, they can't get suspended.
Yeah.
That'll just, who the fuck knows what happens then?
It sucks, mate, because you're 4,000 feet tall, but just duck a little bit lower.
Yeah.
Like, I get
mate,
it's
he'd
not...
He would be absolutely shattered.
Spewing, for sure, but you can't just let him off this one time because you're right. People start to exploit and you just... go down too many deep rabbit holes. Like, you just can't do it.
No, that's
it
right.
sucks because, you want the best caliber for both, but do this once. Give them an inch and they'll take a mile.
I might have fucked that up, but
Tui
that's it.
Kamikamica and I think King are playing in the front row.
Yeah.
So I think the Bash Bros definitely have the upper hand there, but
their
still
last
not going to
time
be
sort
an
of
easy
playing
task.
together too, I think. So like those two are pretty close. I
sure.
just think they'll have that bit of an edge without Nelson. Penrith will in the middle with the thing, but it honestly depends, in my opinion, who fucks up first, who's made the first error. Like, do you know those games where everything just comes off, like New South Wales game 2?
Yeah.
Where everything just worked.
Everything works. You literally get the bounce of the ball and the rub of the green.
I think it's just going to depend on that.
For sure. And those kind of games are won up the middle.
Yeah.
Defensive wise and like errors around the ruck and that, which is where Melbourne might lack now without Nas because he just brings that X factor into that forward pack, which they'll be spewing.
In saying that though, Harry Grant's very fucking clever out of hooker too, so he might be able to exploit some markers and shit. But anyway, very fucking exciting. I honestly can't split him. It deserves to be $1.90.
Do you think in Penrith's this is their 5th grand final? Do you reckon that this is the closest one you can't pick?
Yeah,
out of all the matchups you've had, are you going, fuck, this is probably the toughest one we've had since Melbourne in 2020?
Yeah, I reckon. Well, we talked about it a month or two ago, or probably a month ago, about how there's 2 teams here in the race. And
whereas
it has been.
Yeah, last year and even the year before, like Brisbane got there and they're a bit of an underdog. And same with Para, same with Bunnies. But when you just look at Melbourne, who have just been so fucking good for so long, and then you look at Penrith, who have been the new dynasty.
You got to class them up with Melbourne and Roosters now as a powerhouse club.
Yeah, this century for sure.
Fuck it, but they are now. Like, as in, you can't. No fucking team has any team ever done what they've done. 3 grand finals in a row.
I'm not sure. I don't think 3-peat. I can't remember. I know for a fact that just in sport you don't get 4-peats.
And we're talking about really good players leaving every year, and they're getting replaced by players who step up and fill a role.
That's
Nathan Cleary out for a fuckload of the year, and people stepping up. So it's like there's a great foundation there, and it's going to be a great game between 2 great clubs.
Exactly, because it's hard to rule out Penrith just because people have ruled them out and gone, oh, well, I'm not going to go 3. Oh, they're not going to go 2 in a row, but they just do.
Yeah,
but then it's also another club you can't rule out as Melbourne because they're just always good. So it's such a brain fuck. And all you kind of got to do is just sit there and watch this game unfold because it is literally a flip of a coin who's going to win, eh?
We might do our tips and maybe put a margin with it for a bit of fun.
We've got
later on. And we'll also have a look, give you an update on who is winning the tipping.
Oh, yes. This will be a blind reaction too. Yeah, I want to see off the rip.
I'm just thinking before we recap the Lions who get it, we'll just cover a couple of other news around the NRL, a couple other things. So the Dolphins reportedly signed Daniel Saifidi until the end of 2027. I just think it fits their MO. They've picked another really experienced fucking forward. He's probably getting towards the end of his career, but look at what the Bromwich boys...
surely.
Hey, I reckon he'd be about 30, wouldn't he?
I'm probably completely wrong here.
Have a look. It just strikes me as a late 20s, 30 sort of bloke.
Saifidi age 28.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's pretty well prime of his career.
Hey, that's prime age for a
perfect prime.
So, but he's had Origin experience.
Yep.
He's been probably one of the leaders of the club in the forward pack. That's the sort of cunt that needs to be at the Broncos.
He's literally,
I think. Like, that's
any team would take him in your forward line.
And we'll get to that in the next thing with the bloke coming in to coach him and what I reckon he'll try and enforce there.
Yep.
But I just think very smart from the Dolphins. Like,
it's real eyes up footy, isn't it?
Well, you're probably looking at Jesse Bromwich going, right, he's at the end. Let's put in the next Jesse Bromwich that's going to carry those club standards, who's going to carry themselves on the field, that doesn't get into shit off the field. I just think very smart.
Mate, and if Flegler recovers from this shoulder nerve injury, that is a scary forward pack. Those two on the front line, that is pretty terrifying for other teams.
Yeah.
Toilers.
Yeah.
Saifidi is a toiler, but
he's not the flashy. He's not your flashy dude who's in the headlines all the time, is doing the best shit. But you can guarantee he's showing up every week.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, that's a great pickup for
fans. Yeah, I think it's a really good one. And then onto the massive talking point around the NRL at the moment.
Yep.
Kevvy sacked and Madge to coach the Broncos. Jay, so I'll let you take it away, mate. Yeah. We haven't spoken about this yet, but what's your thoughts?
So before I get into Madge and the role, him taking it on, I just want to say, personally myself, I know not all Broncos fans are going to agree, but it feels a little bit harsh, the treatment for Kevvy and how Broncos have gone all about this. And because if you really step back, I know as a Brisbane fan, I can look at in the recent years, we go from winning a spoon, we just missed out in the finals, which we were sitting in the top 4. That one kind of hurt. You make a grand final, you're 15 minutes off winning a premiership, but probably the greatest halfback that's ever going to fucking play rugby league is the reason you didn't, and a Penrith three-peat. Yeah. So it goes, fuck, we should have won that game, but you kind of give the benefit of the doubt because of who it was and the situation it was. And then to miss out in the finals this year, massive underachievement, 100%. But we did have injuries. We had a lack of depth, but we did have injuries. And it's a simple case of we got a bit excited off the back of last year, and I feel like the preparation wasn't there. We just thought they'll walk into the finals again. You know, we just got to do the same shit.
Yep.
And it was a bit of a wake-up call. But Kevvy, I reckon, deserved just one more year.
Yeah.
And if they didn't really contend for a premiership again, then piss him off. But to do it in the fashion they've done and then kind of like just push him out of the club so quickly, felt like there wasn't too much remorse about it.
So I understand exactly what you're saying from, but I fucked that up, but I understand where you're coming from, sorry. Put those two blokes together next to each other. None of them have coached before. You just have their previous experience, or Kevvy's last couple of years maybe, if it was at a different club. Who would you want coaching the team?
Right now, if I had to pick between Madge and Kevvy, resume says Madge in recent years.
I think coaching style also says Madge with the troops that he's got.
If it wasn't the Broncos, you'd probably look at it a bit different. But Kevvy just being a Broncos man through and through, I feel it's fucking disrespectful towards him when people say like he hasn't put everything forward that he can for the club. That man would die for a Brisbane jersey.
I think he has for sure, man. Yeah. And look,
I'm not saying you are. I just know that people have.
This is just my opinion too, and I'm not a coach's asshole. I'm not a coach, so but I sort of see it in a way where Kevvy is that bloke who brings the boys together. He's been at the club. He's fucking won premierships. He is the Broncos.
That's right.
But I feel like he would need very good assistant coaches to teach the lads in their own ways, and he's the lad that comes together to gel the boys. And looking from an outsider's perspective, I just don't think they have that. Like, you look at the Dolphins, like we were talking about before, with those old heads who are straight up and down fucking men who are rocking up week in, week out to do a job, hard-ass sort of shit.
We kind of only have Reynolds.
Who is that bloke at the Broncos at the moment?
Literally just Reynolds. And you can tell that we lack that experience when he's injured.
I just feel like Madge is going to come in and I'm pumped about it, by the way, because New South Wales finally got a bloke who understood the whole feeling and shit behind Origin, and surely New South Wales would be spewing.
Got used to your fucking first series win in a long time at Suncorp in a decider. Yeah. And then he just went
and like his time at the Tigers, he's coaching the Tigers.
Exactly.
You got to remember too.
He's a premiership winner with Souths.
Premiership winner. And I just feel like the way the Broncos are going, from an outside perspective, I might be completely wrong, but just looking at it from afar, I feel like he will come in there and set some standards and really pull a few people in the line that might have a bit of an ego that need a bit of a square up.
Well, his past jobs kind of say that, because in the last year, look what he did with New Zealand. Like, he got them to, I can't even remember the fucking competition was called they won, but then when they beat Australia 30-0 or 36-0, that was a big win and a big statement for New Zealand. And they were like, we're fucking back. We can do this. Takes New South Wales to that series win, comes back at Suncorp. At the moment, he is a bloke that is coming in, and he's a hard-ass coach. You can tell he fucking has his ways, and he doesn't let anyone get past him at all.
Yeah.
So to go from those last two jobs, it makes sense when you've got such a talented roster at Broncos, and it's like, you need a cultural change and you need to fix these young men and fucking turn them into a superstar premiership team.
Turn them into a bit of grit.
Exactly. And
Bit
I
of
think that's
fucking like maybe square up the boys and go less flashy shit. Get your hands dirty and rip it.
He will be licking his fucking lips because how many clubs are in turmoil and shit's gone wrong and they need a new coach and here, come in here and save us. And they're handed this dog shit roster.
Yeah.
He has been handed one of the best rosters in the comp and they're saying, we're the Brisbane Broncos, we're just held to a higher standard, so can you bring us back to being a top 4 team?
He's just got to get their heads back in line.
Exactly.
You know? So I agree with you, man, in that looking at the stats and what Kevvy's done in the last couple of years, it's pretty harsh. But in saying that too, Broncos probably went right. Is Madge the guy to do it? Yep. He's probably going to be available right now if we don't make a move now. And
they were quick to move with it, weren't they?
But, mate, they would have been talking behind the scenes. It's not like they went, we're sacking Kevvy. Oi, Madge, you reckon you can coach?
Yeah.
Like it would have been, they would have went, right, what are we doing next year? Madge is sitting there. Would he be a great fit? Fucking oath
I feel like that's why it would hurt for Kevvy feel so disrespected too.
Yeah.
Is because it's like how quickly he's replaced. Because New South Wales Rugby League have come out and they've said, we kind of heard that he's just backflipped this quickly too and gone to Brisbane. So both parties are kind of hurt here and pissed off about how quickly they got broken up with and they've moved on to their new fuck buddies.
Yeah.
So it's like, but I think when Kevy initially got sacked, I was pissed off and I went, who's better? I was like, are we going to get Trent Barrett or are we going to get some assistant coach?
Arthur.
Or Brad Arthur. I was like, those blokes do not fit the Brisbane mold. Broncos have always been held to a higher standard. You don't get hired at Brisbane unless you are genuinely going to bring a team success. That's just Broncos have been one of the premier clubs in NRL history. So you don't just get someone who can't perform or hasn't shown that they can perform. And I didn't really consider Madge because of the New South Wales role. No one really thought, like, if you have pricked out and gone, I reckoned he was going to go there. It was like, you're lying. He just won a series in New South Wales. People could have bet on that he was going to try and start a dynasty there.
Well, look, maybe if it was like, if Benji got sacked, you probably wouldn't have seen him go back to the Tigers.
Yeah.
Or like a couple of others. But look at the opportunity he's been given.
Exactly
man, I think personally, just looking from an outside, I think that's a great fit for the roster that he's got.
I'm not mad about it at all.
Yeah.
Personally, I'm not mad about it because,
you just feel a bit for Kev.
I feel a bit for Kev, and I look at the other options that were available, and I just thought, what have we got? Who are we going to get? And I was like, Madge, it's like that bloke could. History shows that he can turn a club around, and I'm hoping that he is just licking his lips with this roster, and he's going, I need to sit you down and fucking get you in line because we're going to win a premiership.
I just reckon the blokes who probably might get away with a bit of shit at the moment.
Not going to say any names.
No.
Yeah, exactly
no
right.
Shit. You fucking get in here.
And that's what we fucking need a coach like. I feel like Kevy has been a bit too soft with that and he doesn't drop people who are just out of form because he probably has that rapport with them. And it's like if you're out of form or you're mucking up behind doors, like it doesn't matter how fucking good you are or can be, get off the team. That's what you need, that hard-ass coach, and we haven't really had that.
In saying that too, though, man, I think it's important at a powerhouse club like that. They've gone, although it might suck for Kevy, we're going to hurt some feelings here. They're like, we have a fucking reputation to uphold, and they're probably thinking we can't risk doing that again next year.
Yeah. So it would have been a tricky one for them because he is an old boy, and even having other old boys like Gordy has come out and pretty well told Brisbane, lose my number. I'm a Titans man. I work for the Titans because he's great mates with Kevy. So they burnt that bridge. They burnt the bridge with Kevy. Billy, I wonder what the fuck Billy Walters is going to do. Because straight away there's reports he didn't show up to training the day after. Me job. Yeah.
Do you see that?
I'm panicking.
Yeah, I'm panicking.
No, I am. But it's probably true.
I'm going to lose me job.
It's probably true. Yeah. There's definitely like... A lot of people would have a lot of people would have been dropped playing the way Billy did at the start of the year.
He hasn't been bad, though.
He hasn't been terrible.
He's NRL level, isn't he?
NRL standard, but I think Madge comes in, Blake Moser gets that number 9 jersey next year now.
Well, we'll see.
Honestly, it's exciting. Like, I'm not at all going, why the fuck do we get Madge? It's like, that bloke could turn us around, so...
Yeah. Well, anyway, I think that's that's the wrap on that. But yeah, we'll see. Well, we will see next year
fucking see.
how it goes.
I'm keen to see how it goes about this off season.
I have the feeling the boys will be dressed in camo. this off-season, doing a bit of camping. Army camp.
Big army trip. No phones. No manicures and pedicures.
No hairbrushes.
Yep, that's right. No hair ties.
No.
It'll be get your fucking hair dirty, boys.
He'll probably shave them all.
Oh, bro. Imagine Walshy and Paddy and all that show up week one, and they're just fucking full buzz cut like they're in the
Major
army.
Payne.
Yeah.
God, the Broncos off season is going to be Major Payne the movie.
Literally.
Respect, man. Or what's he sings? Oh, bro, that's a great comparison. A great movie, isn't it?
Fucking oath.
That will be him.
He will. He'll come in there and they'll all be sitting there taking their selfies and like, show me your nails. What did you do in Bali? And he'll just say, everybody sit down and shut the fuck up. Pack your bags. We're going to the deep
He'll just pop
Queensland
up in front of him and goes, I'm going to grade you from turds to maggots.
That's what Broncos need.
Yeah.
They fucking need
They
it.
need Major Payne, and he's just fucking rocked up on the doorstep.
That is a great comparison.
Yeah, there you go. So that's a perfect way to round up that yarn. Major Payne to the Broncos.
Yep.
Let's see what happens.
That's their off-season. And the other Brisbane club who's going to have a very different off-season is the Brizzy Lions, mate. Take a bow, Lions.
Well done. I couldn't believe what I was watching.
I don't think there is a team more deserving to win the flag this year. Just based off the whole year and how everything started with the Vegas trip and the turmoil. They went 0-3, everyone thinking the premiership window is shut.
Well, yeah, like everything uncrumbled. They stick their dick in something they shouldn't have.
Mm-hmm. They let their iCloud photos in the WhatsApp group upload when they shouldn't have.
All blew up.
It all blew up, and they turned it around. Fags told the boys, everyone, we're fucking taking this flag. Redemption season, and they did it. And it was pretty fucking cool and special to watch because I think a lot of people can agree. And because it's a new team winning that flag, first one in a while, so there's a bit of a soft spot for everyone.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone besides a Sydney fan was mad that the Lions won.
Man, was it like, what was one of the quarters, 7-1?
Yeah, they after the pretty well first quarter was close, and then second quarter, Sydney kind of went to sleep. And Lions, everything started to just work perfectly.
I couldn't believe how it looked like. This is the grand final.
Exactly
like two great teams, and it just looked like there was gaps everywhere.
Pure
and
domination.
The Swans had fucking concrete shoes on. I was like, they're fucking just steaming.
Exactly right. And Sydney just, it literally felt like they just dozed off, and the effort just wasn't there because Lions, their ball movement to the middle corridor. If you're getting beaten up the middle in a grand final like that, you got big problems. And marks, how many marks Lions were taking in their inside 50, or even when Sydney finally got the ball and they'd go into their inside 50, bang, Starcevic, intercept mark. Like, they literally just were all over them like a rash, and everything just went right for the Lions
100%.
on the perfect day. They saved their best game of the year for the most important moment.
Do you reckon it would have been a good feeling for them going out into the fourth quarter?
Pretty
literally knowing.
Yep.
Like, I don't even know if that would have been possible to fucking win from there in that fourth quarter. Like, they would have went out and obviously not been like, yeah, we won. But in all of their heads, without saying it, they're going, we've won.
They're thinking if we play 10 minutes of all right footy, we will easily get this fucking flag.
Yeah, it was fucking impressive.
They knew Lachie Neale said in his interview, he's like, by the 7th minute, he's like, in the fourth quarter, he's like, I fucking pretty well knew. Everyone would have known. It was just waiting for that moment to see, like, everyone on the sidelines start high-fiving and getting happy. But, mate, just because of the way the season has gone this year, wasn't completely ready to call it by halftime.
Well, that's why I was texting you boys. Because I don't know the history of the game as much as you guys. Probably the first year I've actually sat down and watched a bit and starting to enjoy it. But I text you guys, I was like, surely no one's ever come back in a grand final more than this.
No, so I Googled it straight at like about 2 minutes before you texted me because I went, has to be like, I only Googled it because of how the season's gone with comebacks.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I would have written them off straight away. I was like, well, I'm going to check this. And I'm pretty sure it was Carlton versus Collingwood in 1970. They were up by 44 points at halftime and they came back. I went, right. I was like, I can't see history getting broken here, and I can't see the Lions rolling over and dying.
Well, didn't
this moment.
Lions kick the first goal in the third quarter?
Yeah, they would have.
Because I think when that happened, I went, done. Because I went, after half time, I went, right, they, like Swans need to come out and just bang it straight away to even have a
fighting
sniff.
chance. Yeah. And they didn't. And
who
Swans,
ended up getting
Norm Smith?
Yeah.
Will Ashcroft.
Okay.
And so it hurts because Archie was probably next in line to get it. Because Norm Smith normally works off, it's not about the bloke who gets the most touches. It's usually those big moments in recent times, like Bobby Hill last year, small forward, took an absolute hanger and kicked 5 goals, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So that's the highlight shit.
Was that blonde-haired fella who kicked fucking, what did he kick, 5?
You're thinking of Kyle Lohman, I think.
Yeah,
for
looks
Lions.
like he surfs every day.
Yeah, so he was close. I think he kicked 4 goals.
Yeah, he was pretty good.
So yeah, it was either going to be between him or Callum Archie, in my opinion. And Archie, in the start of the 4th, took a mark and he had a shot for his 5th goal. And I went,
here it is.
If he kicks this, I reckon if he kicked it, he probably would have won Norm Smith, but he missed it. And so it was between him and Lohman, those 2 small forwards who took, well, Archie's not small, but they took those like great marks and had those like prime goals.
Yeah.
But Ashcroft was so deserving, man, because he was absolutely all over it. Every passage they had moving up the field came from him. Like he just literally ran around like it was a fucking training match.
What a great game to watch as if you were going for the Lions. Like, you know how you, like, I reckon the NRL this weekend will be different. I reckon it'll be like on your seat, not knowing till the hooter rings.
Yeah.
But, like, it was pretty cool to just sit back and go, the boys are winning.
Man, it is. I know for a fact it's a weird feeling because 2022, we did the exact same thing to Swans. By half time, I was like, okay, we got about decent. I think it was like 30-odd point lead here. I was like, I'm not going to get too cocky because that's only a handful of goals. But by the 3rd quarter, I knew Geelong had won. And I was like, I just get to watch a quarter of footy here and just know that we've already won a fucking flag.
So maybe it'll be the opposite. Maybe the final series of the AFL was really great. And then, even though I thought it was great, the grand final was a blowout, maybe she'll be the opposite in the NRL. Blowouts and then fucking...
That tends to happen. You get this such an exciting final series and then blowout. The only way that it would have been worse is if Sydney blew them out.
Oh, that would have sucked.
I would have gone, fuck this cunt. But Sydney, mate, they don't get grand finals.
What's the go?
So since 2014, they've lost 4 grand finals. 2014, 2016, 2022, and now this year.
Any close ones, or have they just been fed gristle?
2016 was close, but they lost to the Dogs, which was a fairy tale story coming from 7th, I think they finished. Nice. That was huge for doggies. So that one would have hurt for Sydney. But 2014, they got fucking humped. 2022, they got humped by the Cats. And then this year they got humped as well. So you could see the hurt in some of those players. The ones that have been apart.
What about some of the fans? There was this bloke at Pan 2 and he had his whole face painted, man. And he was just...
He fucking almost was asleep by half time. I just went, you poor cunts. I was like, I'd feel a bit more worse for you. But you're Sydney, so I just don't.
I just don't.
But that, especially this playing group this year, most of them being a part of 2022... fuck, that would have hurt. But someone like Luke Parker, who's been there since 2012, I'm pretty sure. So he's been a part of 4 losses in a row. That would absolutely sting. Mate, I lost 4 grand finals in a row in junior footy.
And
I fucking was gutted by the 4th. So I can't imagine being at that high level.
Yeah.
Fuck this. So Sydney, I don't know what it is. They're always
just do better,
competing at the top, and you just can't get it done on the big stage. But Lions, they're having a party, mate, and you're surely Vegas 2.0.
Oh, look, I think they deserve to stick it in once more.
Yeah,
after that.
But just be a bit more smarter this time, boys. But maybe
keep it out of the WhatsApp.
Keep it out of the WhatsApp, but if you want to, you could probably get a hall pass. I think the missus will let them have a hall pass this year.
Well, look, ask them.
Ask them if you want, or just turn your phone off, turn the Wi-Fi off, make sure the iCloud's logged out because, this is going to be a big Vegas trip this year.
Obviously, that was a joke. Don't be a grub. But, I mean, if there was any time that the boys could play...
do it. Exactly. After you did it, after you lost a grand final, now you've won one. I think the party's going to be a bit harder this year, but just turn the phones off, boys.
They'll be hooking in.
Fucking oath, they will be.
Yeah, good on the Lions.
Yep, absolutely. Very good sniff for captain of the week, I reckon.
Oh, yeah.
Just for the fairy tale of this year and how they've
Mate, I can't think of anyone better right now.
Or maybe, Will Ashcroft as well. He tore his ACL last year in his rookie season, and then to win a Norm Smith and a premiership at the age of 20. He's younger than me. And I just went, what the fuck? I was like,
pretty wild.
That's how I know. Like, I feel like I'm getting old when you're seeing blokes doing that, and I'm like, oh, they're younger than me.
Fucking imagine me, but
and I'm only 21. 30, and I'm thinking,
and then the other cunts going, you just fucking pops.
Yeah, 60 years old, parking up. Just what the fuck?
Oh, Curly, he's 70.
At least he sounds it.
Yeah. Well, that's all I've got to go off.
He's probably 24.
Well, he said he was, when he told us his age, he went, fucking hell, you're seasoned.
Yeah, he's a seasoned veteran. Not by age, but by experience.
That's right. He's seen some shit,
Fucking knows, and some stuff.
Right, couple of other sports, guys. There's a clip here from the news that I just want to play about the Matildas and have a bit of a chat. If you want to play that, Quino.
A tribute to a magical moment in sporting history has been unveiled outside Suncorp Stadium in Brisbane. The bronze bas-relief marks the moment the Matildas defeated France in a nail-biting quarter-final match in front of a sold-out crowd.
I've always grown up with this stadium being, the forefront of sport and, I guess, achievement. So it's a very proud and honouring moment.
It can be found at the southern entrance to the stadium.
Righto, so I just want to start out by saying I'm proud of what the girls achieved. I think it was great, it was awesome, and on that level and how big soccer or football is in the world, it is a good achievement. I want to start by saying that.
Our best achievement in soccer.
But we fucking got to the quarterfinal and now we've got some plaque or like it's a big ass fucking thing to celebrate it. And my thing is, are we just conceding to the fact that we'll never do better than that and we made a trophy for it? Like, this is the typical way the world's going where kids get fucking participation trophies instead of, oh, no, mate, you keep trying, you can get there. Third, you get a ribbon and the trophies for the winner. Like, what are we trying to do here?
Well, you make a good point because imagine we go out and we win the next World Cup. Yeah. Do they get a statue and then to the left of it is a quarterfinal win?
Yeah, home? At Suncorp, the forefront of fucking sport. Like, you got Wally Lewis there.
Exactly. You got Darren Lockyer.
You got people who have just achieved the greatest of great things in their game. Other women's sports in Australia, we've done better than the quarterfinals in. Yeah. And like I said, I don't want to shit on what the girls have done. Don't take me the wrong way.
It's not about that at all.
I'm just saying, come on. For doing that, I just think we've conceded there to go, well, that's the best we'll ever do.
Exactly. You got to have optimism because imagine we do win World Cups in the future. You have to build a bigger and better one next to it to be like, oh, that's shit now. It was in our history, it was such a remarkable moment, but where is the thought of in the future of we could definitely do better than this?
Yeah, let's strive to win the cup.
It's a quarterfinal win. Like, at the end of the day, I was so proud and everyone got around, if you're a soccer fan or not.
Pumped
we loved
for
it.
Them. They nailed it.
A quarterfinal win.
Quarterfinal win.
Come on.
That's like the Dolphins. Fucking made in the finals this year and they built a statue at the front of Dolphin Oval.
Pretty much.
Come on. What are we doing?
It's just statues are becoming less and less meaningful now, I think, because you'd walk outside Suncorp and me as a kid, and I remember when Lockyer got his statue next to Wally Lewis, and I thought that was a huge symbol of just how great Lockyer was.
Because he was.
Because he fucking was and he deserved it.
Because he played for his fucking country. He won everything you could fucking win.
He won fucking 8 in a row at Suncorp. Maybe it wasn't 8. I don't think he was a part of the full 8. But
you know what we're getting at.
Yeah, and then you got all those greats and then you got a quarterfinals win. And it's got, we're so proud of you, Tillies, but we're optimistic that there is better things in the future.
Fucking oath.
So knock the cunt down and empty up a space for when we win a World Cup.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So call me old-fashioned, but I don't agree with it.
I just think it just makes statues more, less meaningful every time. And it should be something that is so exclusive.
Like I said, you go back to the grassroots and it's kids getting awarded for fucking just doing something. There's no push to strive to do better because they just get something anyway.
That's right.
It's like pass the parcel used to be you got fuck all until the end. Now it takes a present every layer. It's like you see old Lucky's dad on Bluey. He's blowing up. He's fucking blowing up. And he's going, no, you're just nothing. And then they get one at the end and the kids are blowing up. I'm with Lucky's dad on this.
Shout out to Lucky. I don't really watch Bluey much. I don't have kids of my own.
Well, pretty much. Bit of context for those without kids. Or you can watch Bluey without kids. But if you don't, Lucky's dad, right, is at a birthday party and he's blowing up because every layer of Pass the Parcel, they got a present in as well as the end. And Lucky's dad's going, no, that Lucky's birthday. We're fucking...
What's the point of playing if
we're doing Pass the Parcel and the winner gets the prize. You might get a little lollipop or something in each layer, but he went back to the roots and everyone blew up at him. And I stand with Lucky's dad.
We're taking a stand. Hashtag Lucky's dad.
Stand
with Lucky's dad.
Stand with Lucky's dad.
Because what the fuck's the point of winning? Because if you're going to get rewarded for losing.
So
at the end of the day.
It all fucking goes in together and it's just breeding a whole thing.
It's a slippery
of soft
slope.
Cunts who just expect something without putting the work in for it.
It is a very, very slippery slope. Because now the Socceroos, the best they've done at a World Cup is a round of 16. Previous World Cup, and it was huge. And 2006 we did it as well. We lost to Italy, and very controversially. So now if we, in the future, win a quarterfinal, what are they going to build a statue as well?
Oh, just pump it up, mate.
That's what I mean. Like, what are they?
Statues everywhere.
Statues going to be fucking everywhere for every quarterfinal, and Suncorp is going to have to clear out another 2 kilometre radius just for fucking statues for everyone who took a shit in the toilet there. Like, that's a bit harsh, but like it just you open up a can of worms.
But they know where we're going with it.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the Reggies community.
I think Matildas would agree.
And I just want to. Well, I think they're pretty stoked. But I just want to finish off by saying I'm not shitting on the girls at all. It wasn't their decision to put the trophy up.
It's not their fault.
No, that's right. This isn't having to go at them at all. So good on them. I just think the world's going soft and I don't like it.
Yeah, you don't need to keep giving out statues and trophies to everyone.
No. Jace, I'll let you cover this, mate. The cricket, the poms are fucking grubs.
Yeah, so we didn't really cover cricket last week. No. We didn't do much researching because, winter, spring cricket, we don't get into it too much.
Yeah.
But this one really caught my eye and there was no way I wasn't fucking talking about it. But anyway, rejoice because we've secured a 3-2 series victory over the Poms. Plenty of rain interruption for the World Cup champions ourselves. But anyway, especially in this game. So we're chasing a 310 run target for victory. Australia raced towards 2 for 165 in 20.4 overs before downpour forced a premature end to the series. So with the DLS method, you need a minimum of 20 overs required. So Australia, knowing rain's coming, Poms know rain's coming. They're like, we've come out the gates hard. If we can get over the 20 over mark, we're going to win here on DLS because we have played much better. That's how the system works.
Yep.
And the Poms knew that as well. So they started to get towards their fucking grubby pommy tactics. And what's his name? Let me quickly find it. Potts started removing his left shoe, calling for a replacement in the middle of a spell while bowling. So they're time wasting. They're knowing if we can hold off a little bit longer, the rain's going to hit and not going to get over the 20 over mark.
And we're going
to draw the series 2-2 and then we get away with it and we'll celebrate another fucking moral victory. But nah. The fucking cricketing gods prevail.
Yeah. Warney was looking out for us.
Warney and Roy were looking out for us.
Fucking
and they said, fuck the Poms and your cheating tactics. We end up winning on DLS method. We win the series 3-2 in their fucking home soil. Fucking Poms. Always, man.
Yeah, get that India.
Back at it. Same old pommies, always cheating.
Massive shout for Squeeze.
Huge shout for Squeeze. And, I just love how sometimes we feel like we have to just have our weekly shitting on England.
But that's justified, that one.
But this one just fell into our hands.
Just fucking play.
Just play the game, and if you were better, you would have fucking won.
Yeah.
And you weren't. So don't try and take your shoes off and be like, oh, I need a replacement.
Oh, my tags are fucked, Jeffrey.
Oh, my heel hurts, Jeffrey. I don't want to play. Just fucking get up, play, and if you're better, you would have won. But no, you're trying to get another draw, and you're going to claim it as a fucking win.
But they did.
Aussies get up, we prevail. Cricketing gods, fuck you, England. Once again. There's our weekly shit on the Poms.
Yep.
Australia, superior once again.
Yep. Fucking oath. UFC. Boys, this weekend, 3:07, we see Alex Pereira come back in against Khalil Roundtree. should be a square. This should be a stand and bang. Khalil Roundtree's come out and said he won't be shooting takedown.
True.
Yeah.
So he's pretty well embraced
he's saying, let's go. And I just go,
that is...
Isn't that just music to a rugby league?
Doesn't that give you a big rugby league stiffy?
Oh, that's a rugby league stiffy, that.
Yes.
That's just fuck takedowns.
And is that on this Sunday as well?
Yeah.
So the rugby leagueist day.
Yeah, that's right. I'll probably be in the air, unfortunately. But look, I think I really need to test this theory out. I'm just known to just not know what the fuck I'm tipping in the UFC. I just think Alex Pereira, surely he gets a job done by knockout. If I can stop this man, I'm the goat of stoppages.
Yeah.
I'll stop a freight train.
Seriously, it's like... Feels like Pereira right now is unstoppable.
Oh.
He comes out, he's calling cunts out left, right and centre, bang, knocking him out, getting it done easy.
Going
no
up a weight, fucking drilling them.
He has been, pound for pound, the best in the UFC at the moment, and he is providing entertainment.
And I think Roundtree's ranked number 9 or somewhere down the rankings
out
in the
of
top
everyone
10.
that Pereira's fought, surely it's not Square Bush that gets him.
You wouldn't think so.
But it's... this will really prove if you
if I can proper stop anyone, which we'll be able to work with too. If I can stop this bloke, I'll just work with the punters and go my tip, you go the opposite, and everyone wins.
Pereira's definitely going to win this weekend, guys, so then you're getting huge value for Roundtree.
I just sort of go,
well, mate,
for
there's
what
hope.
Pereira's done in the last, well, everyone's always a fucking chance in a fight, aren't they?
That's true. It's one punch.
Yeah.
Simple, dumb, casual-minded fighters like ourselves.
Yeah,
all it takes is one punch.
Yeah.
But
that's right.
Mate, there is hope for you that you could actually tip the favourite and get it right.
Yeah.
I broke the spell last week. I got it with Melbourne and Penrith. Maybe you're up.
We'll see how we go. But anyway, I just think, it'll be entertaining anyway because they're going to stand up and fucking bang.
Fucking I love
the
that.
Co-main, you got Raquel Pennington versus Juliana Penner. I think that's a rematch. Pretty sure they fought last time. Might be wrong, don't know. Kevin Holland, a company man. Him and Pereira just fucking fight flat out.
They just fight.
Kevin Holland
love fighting.
You always see him, man, every few months.
They've been the two most active since 2021, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think I saw the same thing. So that'll be cool to watch. I think Stephen Wonderboy Thompson is up against Buckley, so that'll be good.
Dude, is he still fighting?
Yeah, he's still
Holy
going. Well,
fuck.
he was meant to fight last time, but old mate missed weight, and Thompson went, no, I'm not fighting him then.
Wow.
And I think they've left him out for a bit, or he's even on the prelims here, and I think he sort of put something out to be like, well, I hope they aren't off me for that because I'm a professional and I'm not fighting someone who doesn't make weight, which is fair enough.
That is definitely fair enough.
So anyway, you get to see him back. Yeah. So it should be good. But Pereira just draws people to watch him, mate.
That's right.
He's done that much in a short amount of time that you can't help but just want to watch that man fight.
And because he does it so consistently too. Like Dana White would absolutely fucking love him. He would have posters of his in his room and he'd be pulling himself to him.
Fucking proper.
Going, you've just made me millions and more millions, Pereira.
So that'll be cool. Get around that.
Rugby league card and rugby league day.
How good will that be? Chucking that on. Probably fire the barbie up. I won't be able to do this, but if I was at home, I'd have something in the smoker. I'd be on the sauce. You'd put the UFC on. That'd finish. You got a couple of hours to have a feed and stuff, and then you just settled in, ready for the footy grand final. Does it fucking get any better on a Sunday with a public holiday?
Yes.
Up its ring gear.
That'll be me this weekend. We've got a nice little family weekend in Yeppoon.
Yep.
We're all me and my brothers taking our partners. The oldie's going to be up there. Airbnb in a house, bit of golf, chilling
awesome.
by the pool, swimming. We've got footy on Sunday night. Plenty of good food. Plenty of good piss. Like I've got the
biffing through the day, Sunday.
biggest hard on for Sunday right now. So, mate,
Sunday, one of the great days. People, if you weren't aware that all that's happening Sunday, now you fucking are and you're welcome.
I have said this recently and I fucking will live by it. And you just got to understand what I'm saying here, that Sunday is one of the great days. The only bad thing about a Sunday is it's followed by a Monday.
Yeah.
So like 6 p.m. onwards on a Sunday sucks.
Yeah.
So if you took out Monday Sunday becomes the greatest day of all.
Yeah.
If you take away the Sunday scaries and not wanting to go to work on a Monday, it is literally the best day because there's just a vibe about Sunday, isn't there?
And day drinking's fun.
Exact. Day drinking's awesome. Yeah. Sunday sesh are the best sesh.
And you get the day off after?
Yeah, sport on a Sunday and then day off after. Like, it is just the best day if you take out how shit a Monday is.
It's a great time to be alive, people. That's what we're saying.
Fucking oath. That's exactly what we're saying.
So get around it. Bit of boxing, so I haven't got much professional boxing, but yeah, the old podcast
this
Royale.
Is professional. Quickly becoming.
Fucking, I will never say that about myself ever. But the podcast Royale not far off getting announced with the fights that are happening. So the fight card will come out. Yeah, so same thing next year. I think it's the
25th.
Yeah, 25th or 26th if it's the Saturday.
Oh, yes.
Let me fucking double check.
Well, it won't be on Anzac Day, so it will be on the 26th.
Yeah, I think it's the 26th. So it'll be.
No, 24th, maybe.
Hang on, Joe.
That's May. Where's April? 26th.
26th.
We got there eventually.
Yeah, so
Anzac Day, long 26th.
Weekend. It'll be at the Gold Coast Convention Centre again.
Same joint.
The fight card will come out on the Alpha Events Co. Instagram page first. So the whole fight card will be announced before the tickets go on sale this time. Everyone will be pumping it up.
Bigger and better than last year, you reckon, mate?
Yeah, mate.
Continually growing.
There'll be more seats. There'll be fucking more shows involved. And
well, Gropes won't say it's bigger and better because he's not fighting.
Yeah, that's right. No, it'll be good, mate. I'm just keen to do the same thing again. Get a bunch of good cunts involved and just get the boys in there having a swing. I'll be fighting someone my size this time. So
not Goliath.
No. Shout out to Klutz. But yeah, I'll be fighting someone my size, so I'm hoping I can just fucking do a bit more standing and banging.
Well, I'll probably be fighting a few beers.
Yeah.
I'll be parked up on my big red ass, sinking tins, and just
oath.
enjoying the show in your corner, mate. Because one and done. I know people are saying, why wouldn't you want to do it again? Don't you want to chase the high of that win? And I go, yeah, it was awesome. But I'd like to look at it from a different perspective this year.
Yeah, fucking.
And I'm not a boxer. I'm not a fighter.
Neither am I.
So I will take the 100% win record.
And
mate, retire on it.
100%.
Young retirement, 21 years old.
Yeah. But no, I'm very keen, mate. It'll be good. And so, yeah, keep an eye out for that. It's just one of those events that you go to and you have a fucking good time, and that's what we want to try and put on for people.
Book your leave and your hotel now.
That's right.
Because if you want to get a good spot around Broadbeach, which is where you want to be for this, because you got the convention centre, links up with the casino.
Anzac Day on the Friday.
Exactly.
I think they'll be doing a fair bit. We'll be doing a bit of stuff on the Thursday. So fucking get down there Thursday. Go through the weekend. It's the ultimate long weekend.
Dawn service Friday.
Fucking oath.
And then you'll have the day off. Pay your respects, sing some piss, play some tour. Watch some of the greatest games of sport that get played each year round. Like, that is just a fucking
and then bang, fight night weekend. Saturday.
Oh, yes.
So keep your eyes peeled, people. It's going to be a good time.
Fucking oath.
I have a feeling tickets won't last long, so make sure you're onto it.
No, yeah, you want to, when you find out, set your fucking reminders, but get your leave and your hotels and accommodation sorted now.
Bloody oath. Righto, should we see who is in the lead of the footy tip and
the moment we've all been waiting for. Who has taken the top spot?
Competition, here we go.
I'm scrolling a highway up because, ESPN fan 42601900105 is in the lead right now, tied with Curly C, OG listener who's Luke Smith. So they're top three. Three-way tie.
So it literally comes down to the fucking grand final between three people tied, only for and against. So if they all pick the same person, ESPN fan 4260019 couldn't figure out a name, wins. That'd shit me because I think you should have named yourself. But
point differential, but that's a big differential, isn't it?
He's going to win if they all pick the same one, so we will see.
Wow. Also,
Card has just shit the bed.
Yeah, Card
He got none.
Card's 3 off.
Fuck's sake.
Soon as we pumped him up, old Card fucking shit everywhere.
Yeah, his fucking memory's been wiped.
Birchie's Bulls, say the top 3 here, tip Melbourne, and Penrith end up winning and Birchie gets on it, and he tips the right score.
Shit.
It is. It's shocking. Actually, well, unless he tips like a 50-point win for fucking Penrith or Melbourne against those two.
Yeah.
So Birchie pretty much has to predict an absolute humping.
Right on the mark.
Yep. which would be absolutely insane.
But I think it's out of the top 3 boys here. OG listener Curly C and ESPN fan for 26019, and more numbers after that too.
Yes,
to see if they all pick the same, then I don't think the for and against can be made up. So
no. OG listener Luke Smith, and big AFL man.
Yeah, who won that? Who won the AFL?
I remember Bagger.
Yeah, Bagger cleaned up.
Bagger cleaned up, fucking.
So I'll have to send Bagger a baggie.
Yeah, Bagger gets his baggie. Poor old Carlton fan, but he took the comp out a while ago. But very exciting stuff leading up. This is probably one of the most exciting moments of the finals that we've had for the NRL.
There's a great GF. The boys have come down to the wire.
Fucking oath.
Who are you thinking, mate? Put your tips in. Put your margin in.
Look, I'm going to say Melbourne by about 2 points here. And I think it's just going to be one of those arm wrestles like we said, and there'll be small little lapses. And I just don't think 4 in a row can be achieved. Surely not. That's my logic, is 4 in a row is just too fucking spectacular and such a high feat in any sport. So I think Melbourne, if there was any team in this modern era to beat Penrith, I think it'll be Melbourne again.
Right, I'm obviously going with my team. I'm going Penrith. I reckon Penrith by 4.
Yeah. So
I reckon it'll be something like 16 points to 12.
Yeah. Unders and 1 to 12.
Yeah, I think unders 1 to 12. I
think
unders 1 to 12 for any team.
So now it's going to be 30 to fucking
100%.
6.
13 plus fucking
13 plus and over 80 points.
Yeah.
It'll be Dragons versus Para again.
There should be overs and unders on penalties, and I fucking hope it's unders from Klein. That's all I'm asking for.
All we want is just a smooth. Yeah. You don't want to be noticed, Klein. That's what everyone's ever said.
We need you to lift and do fuck all.
Last year, grand final, Adam G. No one even knew who refed because 100%. He was so good at letting the teams just do their thing and just let the game flow.
He was. Righto, well, that's our tips for the GF.
Yes.
Fucking everyone should enjoy their Sunday this weekend. We've just tipped you in an absolute ripper of a day if you weren't aware and you've been living under a rock.
Yeah, that's right.
But before we leave today, we got a couple of segments brought to you by our fucking sponsors who we thank very much and what make this show all possible. First one, Jace, take it away, mate.
The standard squeeze. Now, I say this a lot, but it is the best thing since sliced bread. But they're one of our day one sponsors, Tom. They're a great friend of the show. And, so if you don't know as well, they're actually stocked at BCF by now.
Fucking oath
like we mentioned, if you go in there, you don't see it, ask them where it is. And if they say, don't know, say, you pulled yours out of your back pocket and you say, you fucking put this on the shelf, mate, and you sell it.
That's right.
But, you can get them in all different ranges and sizes. It's the 2-stroke and Coke Spectacular. You got the little small puppy here and the big dog over there. It's perfect for your end-of-season trips, camping, fishing. It's starting to warm up again, so everyone's going to be getting out in the beautiful Australian sun. Make sure you want to do it with your standard squeeze.
And if you use the code Reggie15 on the website, which is standardsqueeze.com.au.
Yes.
Use the code Reggie15 for a 15% discount because they're fucking legends. That's why.
And you're going to lose money. Like, do you hate free money?
Yeah, well,
if you don't use that code, you don't like free money. And it lets them know that you're supporting them and the show. So
coming from us.
Be a good cunt, pretty much.
Yeah. What?
Speaking of not good cunts.
Yeah, the pommy grubs.
It's got to be the Poms.
Straight away.
Like, if you get any opportunity and you're thinking, who should be the squeeze, and the Poms are even a conversation, they're not an honourable mention. They're not maybe. It's
straight away.
Poms.
Straight away.
They probably cop the squeeze more than anyone else, close to NRL refs.
Yeah.
But, it's got to be the Poms.
Congratulations, Poms.
Stupid cheating tactics, and, your karma came around to you, but you also now get a squeeze.
That's right, you do. And one of our other major sponsors here, been with us from very early days, CTC brings you the Captain of the Week. Head on to thecountrycompanies.com if you want to cop a design that the Knuckler and the team have got ready to go. Head to countrytruckercaps.com if you want to design your very own cap for your business, for a piss-up, fucking anything. And make sure you check out the Stonker while they're there because the Stonkers fucking turn heads. They're a great bit of kit. Mate, who do we think for the CTC Captain of the Week?
Well, I think the one that I could really pinpoint was Chris Fagan and the Lions, mate, just because of the start they had to the year and how they've turned it around.
Yeah.
I think it's a very deserving premiership and everyone can say that, so good on them. Chris Fagan, 63 years old. He's the first coach to win a flag and not have played a single game of VFL or AFL. So
wow, good on you.
The bloke has just worked his way to the top, turned the club around, and good on you, Fags, and the boys. Rip in Vegas next year, boys. Rip in your Mad Monday, Wacky Wednesday, Silly Saturday, whatever the fuck you're doing for the next couple of weeks.
Oh, yeah, and just one thing to finish off too. There's motorsport.
That's the motorsport segment.